step is not actually going to be in Mesquite, but we need to go gather the DNA sequences from GenBank. And before we do that, we're going to get set up to go gather those sequences. And so you want to open your text edit program. So every Mac comes with a text edit. And so you want to open that notepad if you're in a Windows machine. So text edit in here. And you want to name it with your name and HIV sequences. We're then going to go to GenBank, which is a product of NIH and the National Library of Medicine. And the web page looks like this. And we are going, and you have in Blackboard for you a series of patients that you need to get the information from. So you need to get their sequences. And so I'm gonna sort of put this on one half of the screen. I'm going to put these are both from text edit. And so these are what we want. These are the patients and the sequences that we want to get out of GenBank. And so we're going to highlight this. These numbers, or sorry, these codes that begin with an M are called the accession numbers, and they're going to bring us directly to that particular sequence within GenBank. And so if we just type that in there and we hit enter, it's actually searching all databases, but because we have the accession number, it's bringing us directly to this nucleotide sequence. And you'll notice now we're searching just in nucleotides. So before it was all databases, now we're just looking at nucleotides. And this information that we can learn about that particular region of DNA that was submitted into GenBank, and it was submitted, we can find out that the CDC submitted this sequence, and that it comes from an individual known as patient C of a Florida dentist. And we'll talk more about the actual case study in a little bit. I just want to make sure we know how to get this information. So then you can also look up more information about this. Was published in Science and a number of other things. But what we need in order to get the A's, T's, C's, and G's from GenBank is we want to look at this FASTA code. And then there we are. We've got our accession number. We've got that it's basically all the details about it. And then we have a sequence of letters. So we're going to copy this whole part with make sure you include that greater than or sign or that caret. And we're going to paste it into this document. The way that it's going to paste in isn't going to indicate whether it's patient 1, 2, whether it's patient A, B, C, or D. And so make sure you keep these GenBank accession numbers so that when we get into Mesquite, you'll be able to rename the individuals in that line of taxa. Remember when we looked at the stuff last week? So the next one down, we're just going to highlight the accession number. We're going to copy it and we're going to paste that in, and we're going to hit enter. We're going to look for it. Okay, it gives us the information about that. That is actually information from the dentist himself. So actually that is, it says dentist, and this is the first sequence from the dentist sequence A. And so then we're going to hit this FASTA again, like we did the first time, highlight all of that, and put that in here and paste that over here into this document. And we're going to make sure you save it every so often. All right, so then you will work through the rest of these, getting them into this document. I'll show you the next steps in just a minute.